Hello, people. How are you? It's been a while. It's a new week. How is your week going? Picking up from where we left off last week, we rounded up with the fact that family is like a mission, and the end goal is for us to achieve a peaceful, loving, caring, and happy home. And that's where I'm just going to pick it up from. And I remember that I spoke about the fact that to achieve our end goal, part of the things that will aid us achieving our end goal is for individuals to carry out their own roles in the family. And I also explained how sometimes we shift roles and how it affects and stuff like that. I think we're going to be talking more about all of them, and we're going to create a very big picture around the whole roles of individuals in the family, so that we understand what I meant when I said shifting roles could actually affect our end result, or delegating your role to another person, or somebody not attending to his or her own roles in the family could actually affect our end goal as a family. When we say roles of individuals in a family, roles of individuals in a family could be of two forms. We have the instrumental roles and the affective roles. The instrumental roles is the one that consists of the provision of physical resources for members of the family, consists of decision making. It also has behavioral standards, cultural standards, family management, amongst others. While affective role is concerned about the emotional balance of each and every member of the family. It exists to allow members of the family to support each other emotionally. When we want to carry out our roles in the house, we don't separate them when we want to do them. That's the instrumental and the affective. We combine them together to carry them out. When we combine them together, we have four major roles that we need people in the family to play. It's not enough for one person to be the only one playing a particular role, so that means that we don't need just four people to play the roles, but we have just four roles in which we need to split ourselves to partake in. The first one is provision of resources. Somebody has to provide shelter, to what they eat, where they sleep, the clothes they wear, and stuff like that. This is a very important, as it is important to man, is how it is important to family. Another role that we need to fill up as a family member is our physical skills, whereby they can use their hands to do something, one thing or the other. It's just more about allowing them to acquire various skills that will allow you people in the family to relate well with each other, to reckon well with each other as a family, and so also how each and every member of the family will be able to leave the family and relate to people outside the family and still be in peaceful coexistence with them. And as for these life developmental skills, if given enough attention and enough focus, it could translate to become a means of providing shelter or any physical resources for the family. It could be assisting a child or assisting a member of the family in choosing the right course, in choosing the right focus, in choosing what steps and paths it should take to reach his career path. You are not only assisting the person, you are assisting the person and the whole family, because if that person isn't well developed to be able to stand on his own with enough life skills, the person might end up being a liability to the whole family. The final skill I'll be evaluating or we'll be talking about, which is the major skill in the whole skills or roles that we have to take up as a family, is the maintenance and management of the family. Maintenance and management of the family is what to reflect if the first three skills that we have highlighted before are successful, because without management, without maintenance, those three skills could even fall, and that would be as if we're just back to the scratch, which is not what we want. Which is why this is the most important skills. It starts from the tiniest of all things, which is nurturing a child, behaviors of the child, societal behaviors, your cultural values, how do you relate with extended family, your mode of greeting, your mode of dressing, your mode of culture, your religion. What picture do you have for the family? What end goal do all of you as a family, what end goal are you trying to achieve, amongst others? These are what comes up together to make up the maintenance and management of the family role. This role is one of the most tedious, and everybody in the family partakes in this role. Even the tiniest of it that you can input in it is better than nothing at all. Seeing as we all now know that everybody has a role to play, we know the roles that we need to attend to, then so what role will be mine and what role will be yours is something that we have to say. That is role allocation. We have to allocate roles to people. You are the one that will do this today, you are the one that will do this today. It could be a daily thing, it could be weekly, it could be monthly, it could be something that is standby, this person does this thing, this person does this thing. But we have to make those roles as flexible as possible and make it a role that is accomplishable by whoever is giving those roles. Making them flexible allows for change. For instance, now let's say the way we are doing it will probably not work in the current situation that we are facing. Not that that's the situation we'll continue to face forever, but in that situation that we find ourselves, it's not going to work. Then our role should be flexible enough to accommodate the new situation that we find ourselves in. And most importantly, we have to be accountable for our roles. If everybody puts in mind that he or she has to be accountable for the roles he play in the family, then we all will play our role dutifully, and also ensure that the role that you all are doing are not contradicting each other, such that the end goal will not be like kind of confused. You should be goal driven. This is the goal that you want to achieve at the end of the day, and you should just like work towards this. Every idea, every input that you want to put into the whole family project should go in that direction, because a slight change in direction could like affect the end result of the family as a whole. But then before I like round up, I want to just leave us with a few things that we should put in place when it comes to ascribing roles to everybody. Establish clear roles, like make a list of the roles that you need to like be taking care of in the family. Who pays the electricity bill, who pays the house rent, who pays water bill, who pays school fees, who pays for school uniform, who pays for books. When you establish clear roles, it allows everybody to like be prepared to shoulder the responsibility that comes with each role, and it makes it easy for each role to be carried out appropriately at when due and in the right manner. Another thing is that we should allow for flexibility, because sometimes it's not always inconvenience. Like sometimes we have unforeseen situations whereby the way we have planned it will probably not work, or that system that we have been using before would not work at a particular point in time. But with flexibility, we're able to adapt to the new normal or the new method or the new situation that we find ourselves in, pending the time that we can go back to wherever we are coming from, or if that new situation is even better for us, we can probably just adapt the whole new situation to suit our end goal again, because our end goal is our focus. We shouldn't lose focus on what our end goal or our end result would be. Another thing is that we should allocate the roles fairly. The worst thing that can happen when it comes to allocating roles is allocating roles unfairly, whereby you allow one person to shoulder so much responsibility that he or she would be able to be accountable for, than he or she would have the power to like shoulder the responsibility for. And it's very, very bad. It's one of the things that ruins family. It's one of the things that gives room for hatred in the family. So when we are allocating roles, we have to put in consideration, who are we allocating the role to? Is this person capable to shoulder the role? Is this person opportune? Does this person have enough time, resources, and like management skills to shoulder that role that we want to give that person, and stuff like that? Another reason why we have to be careful when we are allocating roles is that so that we will not have a form of somebody not attend to use our own role, maybe because of person has too much roles to attend to and stuff like that. It's just going to affect the end goal, and we can't lose focus on the end goal, like not now, because we have to achieve that end goal. Like that's the whole mission. That is like as if we were sent on the surface of the earth as a family to achieve just that, and we have to achieve that. Then the last thing is we should be responsible in fulfilling our roles as a family. Everybody should be responsible, be it the 5-year-old in the family, be it the 10-year-old in the family. We have to instill that sense of responsibility in them. We have to allow them to understand the fact that for every role you carry out in the family, you have to be responsible for it. You have to be responsible in every sense of it. Outside from the family is like a phase of life that we all have. Outside the family, we have different things that we all go through. So those other things that goes on outside our family life should also be considered when we are taking decisions in the family. We have to consider the other things, because if you don't consider those other things have the power to influence how the roles are being carried out. Hopefully at the end of the day, we all get to have that splendid family, that good family, that sweet home we all are trying to achieve. But keep in mind, you do not lose focus on your end goal. If it means that your end goal have to be written out boldly, like on the entrance of the door, you have to like paste it there, screaming out to everybody in the house that this is what you want to achieve as a family, then it should be done. It should be done, whatever it takes to have that end goal instilled in the mind of everybody in the family, then it should be done. Hopefully we all get to have that good home we all wish for. See you guys next week. Bye.